Well, welcome and good afternoon. The work that you are engaged in is so very important to our country's future. And to see this alliance of labor and environmental groups working together, this brings a great deal of joy to our heart, in that you would pick our home city to convene in. There's a lot of examples I could point to in our city that I think would give rise to what it is that this alliance has inspired. I could talk about our Eagles Stadium, which is now the first stadium anywhere in the country completely powered by solar and wind energy. And I know there's some fans of other teams in the room, so I won't make any predictions about what might happen in the season, but I do think that it sets the benchmark for other major venues to look at how they can participate in a way that creates jobs and utilizes renewable energy. If any flew in through our terminal at the airport, our new terminal is the first in our country to be totally powered by wind energy. So this is a city that has been walking the walk, not just talking the talk, on this question of green, clean energy. Through a program that I initiated in the stimulus bill, where we funded some 1,000 communities with energy efficiency grants based on population. Cities all across our country were able to retrofit police stations, fire stations, municipal buildings. In Philadelphia, one of the projects was to change out every single traffic light, 82,000 of them here in Philadelphia, and to energy efficient bulbs. And it's saving the city of Philadelphia and its taxpayers $1 million a year in their electric bill. There are examples throughout, and through one of the grants focused on the smart grid, some 500,000 residents are going to have smart meters installed so that they can use energy efficiency in a relevant way in their lifestyles to control their energy costs. And we know this works. And the nonprofit groups that are partnering with the local utility company on this project, this is going to mean more money in the pockets of working class families in our city, and it's going to mean the savings of millions of dollars in energy costs. There are students right now taking classes at our community college in Northeast Campus, where we have a geothermal unit funded through a federal grant, providing heat and air conditioning at that community college annex, a brand new facility. So in our city, you can find plenty of examples, but one of the ones that I know that you have already met, and if you haven't, you should take time to meet them. We have some young students who have formed an entity called Bright Ideas. These are high school students who are engaged in an effort as part of a sustainable high school curriculum, taking on real projects. They've developed a company that can go into homes, change out light bulbs to energy efficient bulbs, pre-fund that, and then make money off of share in the savings with the family as their energy bill is reduced over time. These young people, who are part of a group of young people engaged in addressing real life problems, make all of us hopeful about our country's future. Now let me just say a few things about this green economy. As others who perhaps are less informed try to make light of this, this is a part of our economy that's actually growing at a faster clip than the recovering economy in our country. That is that we've seen more jobs added at a faster pace, at an 8.3% growing percentage versus almost 3% for the rest of the economy. We can do even more, and we don't have to just admire Honduras having the largest wind farm in our hemisphere. We can invest more in wind energy. We can invest not just in geothermal, but focusing on tidal energy. We can do more in terms of solar. I met with some of the CEOs of our chemical companies located here in the Philadelphia area who have developed through this very thin film a much more economical product that can be brought to market. So there's a lot that can be done working together, and we don't have to make a choice between our environment and livelihoods, that we can utilize our God-given sense to think our way through. And you've done this in so many different ways. But here in Philadelphia, we have some of the best examples, I believe, of how cities, how communities can go about tackling these problems. It'd be wonderful if we could find such common sense in the Congress of the United States. In a majority, we have a majority that wants to do less of everything that the country needs to do, less in terms of education, less in terms of health care. And they want to do little or nothing when it comes to renewable energy. This is not the way to go. We see the European Energy Alliance announcing its 2030 goals that in order to compete with the United States and with the Pacific Rim countries, they need to invest more in renewable energy. If our competitors can see this, one of the largest developers of power plants in China says that China's future is in renewable energy. So we have a situation where this is really not a competition between Democrats and Republicans. This really at its heart is a competition between America and our economic competitors. And we can't afford to stand still. We have to move forward. And I want to continue to work with our friends in labor. I know I saw one of my friends with the steelworkers, Lindsay Patterson, who was here, and so many others. Let us continue to work together and not be pulled apart. And that's why this alliance is so important. That's why I'm here today, because I really want to salute you for what you are doing, remind you that the reward for doing good work is more work, and let you know that there are plenty who want to join with you as that work is done on behalf of our country and on behalf of future generations of workers. Thank you very, very much.